What's up, guys? It's your boy OXY. We're back with another video. We're on the Q&A scene again, and so joining me today is our OG. You already know what I'm saying, Selina in the building. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, actually. How are you?
I'm pretty good. You know, just enjoying my space and everything. So
sanctuary. I like it. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna be talking about a very, very interesting topic that I feel like has been, I wouldn't say lost, but it is something that a lot of people need to understand, especially since, you know, quarantine's about to end. A lot of people about to be, you know, going into the relationships or the stages. Some people up in their, you know, hot girl summer stuff. So I gotta
hot boy,
hot girl stuff. So we gotta make sure that this topic goes through first, okay? And we're talking flirting. All right.
Ooh.
Now, I am a very, very flirty person. I will definitely take that into account. I don't care. Like, I'm very straight up. Like, but again, I found out that a lot of people, it's not exactly that they're flirty or non-flirty, but they just don't know how to flirt, which is why we have a lot of people doing one-liners and pickup lines all over the place or trying to find out how to shoot their shot. And some people even pay for this, and that's like, dang, like, this is knowledge that you could have, like, already access to right now. Like, how you... So, anyway, we're just going to go straight into it, all right? So, you ready for this?
Yeah. I don't think I don't know. I'm just very friendly, and it comes off as flirting to some people, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just a very friendly person. So,
I feel it.
I know when I'm flirting. However, I've been out the game, so I don't know. I don't know how to flirt. I'll give you that. Like, I'll just be like, hey, hello.
Well, like,
I'm shy, too.
I feel you. Like, for me, like, it's not exactly like, it's like, I'm not exactly like trying like really hard. Like, I haven't had a time when I actually like really like went and put myself out there to flirt. But I know for a fact that like even just like certain mannerisms, certain things that I do just are just naturally just flirty things. So I'm like, all right, I'll take that. It's cool.
Question though, this might be a little. How would you feel if a female shot their shot? Like, not in a weird way or like creepy way.
No, that's definitely not. It's definitely
like slid into your DMs like, what's good? I want to get to know you.
I definitely,
How would you feel?
I definitely don't feel. I don't feel like flirting is restricted to just men. I feel like I wouldn't mind if a female was to shoot a shot. Like we're talking about females should be able to. They have things in high school like more when a girl asks a guy out, like stuff like that. So I feel like it definitely should transfer into everyday. Like sometimes girls do shoot their shot and some guys don't like it. I definitely am not against it because again, like we shouldn't be the only people who have access to the game. The girls should have it too. You feel me? So that's them. All right, so we're gonna start off with the first meeting, okay? Before you go into getting a name, the number, all of this other stuff, the first initial way to keep them in your mind, I feel like, is compliments. But there are a way to compliment an individual. We're gonna talk about a couple of the, yeah, sure, like this could work, and then we have like the, you going a little bit too far. What do you feel like is a compliment that is, that you would like or you are okay with hearing that's like not super all over the place?
I guess just the regular, like, hey, you're beautiful.
Okay, I just straight going for just going for beauty. I like it. All right, cool.
Well, I like simplicity. Don't go above and beyond. Like, if you have the balls to come up to me, not saying that I'm, oh my God, whatever, but if you have the balls to go up to somebody, like, that's enough for me. I don't know.
Okay, all right. I definitely feel like definitely just taking an examination about their appearance, but not like so much that you pay attention to the wrong thing. Like a woman's eyes, a woman's like hair, the way that they're doing it, or even certain tattoos, revealing or non. Certain things that just show that I'm paying attention to you, not just certain details of you. Like just being like, oh yeah, you got a fine ass. It's like okay, like.
Actually, yeah, ignore me, y'all. His answer's way better. A female does, actually, high key, honestly, for all the guys out there, all the men, females do prefer when you notice little details. So like if you came up to me and was like, oh, I like your fish tattoo that you have right there, like what does it symbolize or whatever, blah blah. I'm like, oh, people think it's something else, you know, but when you really pay attention to detail like that, it's cool.
Okay, for sure. All right, so moving on, because like obviously the smaller details when it comes to the compliments and everything is cool, but we have some negative stuff. And by negative, I mean this is why a lot of females either if they have a relationship or not, they use the boyfriend or guys use the girlfriend card. And it's because of the compliments that are taken too far, especially right off rip. Like, you can't do that right from the start.
Like, chill. Ask me my name first or something.
Yeah. So I feel like a very, very openly weird, not to be used compliment would be to instantly go to your body to where it's like, oh, you have a nice ass, or you have a nice this, or like, bro, like, oh, damn, I'm like, what you got going on over here? Like, what you, like, that's kind of weird, especially from somebody like you don't know.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like that would be like paying attention to the body in a way that's like, you're more on it's more perverse the way that you're looking at it.
Yeah, because imagine me, hey, I like your tits.
I'm like, nigga, what stop.
Like, yeah, that's not cool. I would for sure say more the little details or just like facial wise.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how they look. Don't compliment the body. I mean.
Yeah, I feel it.
But then you think about it like, hey, you got a nice ass, ma. Like, all right, he just wants to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
the intentions are lying in there, and it's like, bro, like, you could have been able to stay with this girl for a long time if you would have done this right. But now you're over here making her want to like leave you the fuck alone because you're over here trying to fuck.
Okay,
Ugh.
so that kind of brings up another topic real quick. Like, guys who have female friends, or vice versa, girls who have male friends, and like, they have that initial thought to wanting to get with them, but really they could be cool.
Yeah.
Like super cool friends. I don't know if I've been seeing that.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing it too. That shit. I was like, come on, y'all. Like, it's bad.
Also because there's a lot of attractive people, and I feel you can have attractive friends. You don't want to.
Yeah, nah.
Do
That's a lot. Yeah, that's kind of
But
weird.
we're all human beings. Like, yeah, he's cute. Like, but no.
Very true. Very true.
Because I'm sure you have like, a lot of female friends who are attractive, and then vice versa. I do have a lot of male friends, but it's not ever that does not.
Yeah, no, like you got.
Vice versa.
You can't have it like that. That's all types of bad. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here, because this is only stage like 1, I feel like.
Yeah, we're over here already talking about.
Right, we're already going in. But like this is stuff that takes time. Like relationships, building something with somebody, like even flirting. Even though a lot of people don't think of it as like that, it takes time. It's not like you just gonna throw all this stuff out on day 1. Like you really gotta time out like this stuff. Like, don't try to be very pushy. Don't try to be very, very on top of like, oh, I'm so much that I want this, that you end up losing the sight of like, you could fall for somebody who is an amazing person, but you took so many steps that you fucked it up, and now this person that you may have gotten for one night will never be able to see you again. That sucks. So, understand stages here.
Sucks for you.
After that, I feel like if the compliment is being there, I feel like they should just leave that conversation there. I don't feel like they should be like, oh, let's like talk or trying to do a whole bunch. I feel like
to be mysterious, huh?
Yes, I do. Because like being mysterious leads it to where it's like you're now intrigued to be around me or even to see me again.
So now it's their choice, like, oh,
exactly. Because I'm giving them the option of whether or not they see me again. That's why I'm not pressing so hard on them. Like, the idea behind flirting isn't to say I'm putting everything out there, but it's to say like, listen, like, this is your choice, and I'm not gonna go further unless you say so.
Because you already gave it that first initiative.
Exactly. Your job is just to start. Whether or not you're able to continue is up to them. That's why a lot of consent based, a lot of the stuff is that's why they're in place in the first place.
True.
So after that, I feel like later on, if they actually want to see you again, that's when you should get their name. If possible, their number.
I would kind of prefer name in the beginning too, but however, I'm so bad with names. So you can tell me your name and I would literally forget. Like,
True.
I agree. Name, and I just feel, okay, so you give it your first initiative, like, you know, compliment. So now stage 2, it's like, is she going to continue on with it or not? So yeah, name, and obviously if she or he like is taking that second step, then why not get the number? You know, hey, like, here's my number.
For sure. Like, it's like she gets to talk.
Continue the conversation or whatever.
Certain, yeah, like that'd be cool. For sure. No, I feel like that'd definitely be a good one for us. Like for a lot of people, like to be able to move around. Like, not to seem too forward, but just like, you know, like we like could have made a couple of conversations after like getting your name. The compliments might roll in a little bit different, a little bit more. Like maybe I focus more on you, so it's like, all right, like let's talk more a little bit. All right, so next one, how to find out that they have a significant other. Now, in flirting, this is actually one of the biggest details that a lot of people miss. They're so busy trying to shoot their shot that they haven't even realized that somebody else could be in the picture. So whether it is, and I don't care about how a lot of people have their ideology. Some people are like, oh yeah, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean I can't shoot. Like, no, like that stuff right there, like you gotta put that away.
But if she's giving you the time of day, what does that say about her or him if they do have a significant other? You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, with the whole compliment, this is something that even if you're denied, it can still spark a friendship. Because again, even if they don't see you this way, you can still be able to see them in a light that's not exactly gonna lead to that. So this is still creating things. Flirting isn't exactly a way to just build a relationship, but also to create cool friendships, because you can see what people that don't like you that are attractive, but can still be around you, be close to, and actually be cool with you.
And your friends should definitely hype you up.
Exactly. So that's why I feel like for sure, like that would be like you need to find this out. So how? I personally say that you should definitely. I associate a lot of people already along with a significant other. So because of that, that's why a lot of the flirting doesn't go like, oh, like I'm so into you. It's more so like you know that you're attractive. I associate people with a significant other right off rip. Like you even went to Vegas. I go to Vegas a lot. Little stuff that happens like in different areas and events. Instead of instantly being like, oh, I want to go with you, I'd be like, all right, well, that's cool that your man like has like a cool like he has places that he gets to go, like you get to take him out on different things. Like it gets it to where like it's not more about me trying to get to you, but it's more so like that's cool that you like I could see you with somebody doing a lot of that stuff with, and that gives you the comfort, because then if you deny it or you say like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend, at least now I know.
That's your confirmation.
That's my confirmation. Instead of it being like even if you say like, oh, sorry, like I do have a boyfriend, like yeah, like then I don't feel bad as far as like pushing boundaries or pushing stuff, because I'm like, all right, now I can stop. So it's like another thing too, always know when to stop. Sorry, I just had to put that in there. But yeah, I feel like that's definitely a good thing, like to know, like before I'm trying to do all this extra stuff. Like it's one thing when people are like, oh yeah, like they're weird, they're shady, they do this stuff, but like given the time of day, but like at the same time, you can build cool friendships when you also know like, all right, now I know I'm not trying to get at you. I don't have to do all this stuff.
So would you automatically like be like, okay, never mind then? Dang, I can't.
No, because again,
friendship with her?
Because
or
again,
would you completely stop talking to her?
I wouldn't necessarily stop talking to her. I would stop being as far as like on the flirty sense. Like I would be like, all right, well, if this is going to be a strictly friendship based because you already have someone, then I will lean towards like not trying to hang out with you or do certain things more, but just to say like, all right, well, at least I get to see you in this area or this light or in this area. So it's like, all right, I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to push things. I don't have to push you away because you have somebody. But at the same time, you don't have to worry about somebody or potentially being like weird or pushy towards you. It's like everybody wins if I now pull back and just say, all right, whatever I have with you is cool. I don't have to worry about nothing else.
Yeah, I agree. Always bring in the significant other in, I would say. Just so you don't ask directly. I mean, or you can ask directly too. Like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
I just feel like it's weird.
Do you?
I've been asked that.
Sometimes it's straightforward.
As much as I understand, like that is very straightforward, and I understand like a lot of people will get their instant answer, cool. But because that is an answer that wouldn't exactly bring comfort to me, knowing, because like that's when I know your intentions. If you say like, if you instantly go like, oh, you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, that instantly puts me like, okay, so if I say no, that means you're trying to push towards that. So now, if I don't like exactly what's been happening during the time, I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Then now I'm trying to defend myself, and like I'm not trying to push any directions because of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a nicer way of putting it. I just feel like that's just too far forward.
I did it what you've done before, like, oh, you know, your girlfriend's really lucky or some shit, and it's like that. and then that's where I get the confirmation from.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Confirmation is way better than rejection, especially in a degree that's like, now you never get to be around this person again.
Yeah. Yeah, but you always get that vibe, though. Like, you know.
True, but like I don't know. Like, that's why I said this is why flirting is a necessity.
It's like, it's a whole spectrum,
it
to
is.
be honest.
And I feel like it's a need because this takes you through a route, and a lot of the people like back like in other generations before will say like this was a better way of finding out everything that you needed to know without risking the potential of losing somebody, whether it be an attractive friend or whether it be somebody that could actually benefit your life, but not in the way that you have initially thought. So that's why I say it ain't all about shooting your shot. Sometimes really cool friends that just sometimes that's really just all you need.
Rise, yeah.
Bringing into, we already went through the whole like interest, bringing it up into friendship, which was the love before stage. We're gonna actually move straight into the talking stage of asking her out. So let's say you've got the compliment, you got the name, you got the number, you guys have like, maybe you've hung out maybe once or twice, you know, you have the confirmation that there's no actual other party involved. So like, it's just you two. So asking her out, like how would you, I wouldn't know how to say it like this, but like how would you like to be asked out?
I don't know, just from my experiences, it's gotta just be like, what do you like to eat, or let me just say this irritates me when people are like, oh, I want to get to know you, XYZ, blah blah blah, but then ask me what I want to do. I'm like, bruh, I'm done planning. Like I've done that so many times where I'm like, all right, I'm over it.
Yeah, no.
Like if you want to get to know me, okay, make something happen, make some plans. Like I will, if you have some plans for me, I'll be going.
No, I'm with that
right?
100%.
Like I'm choosing that. But if you ask me what I want to do, where do I want to eat, come on, girls never really know where they want to eat.
You gotta put her on. You gotta put her on to some shit. That's me.
At least like you can ask like what don't you like to eat, then okay, and then go around that, you know, because if you take her someplace that she does not like.
Yeah, no. And this is a thing, like, and this goes for girls. If you guys, vice versa. Girls, if you guys know exactly what you want or something that you guys like, if you want to put us on to some shit, by all means, feel free to do so. But if you are in like a more indecisive realm and you're like, yeah, I don't know, like, guys, understand, like, this is a huge factor to play. Like when you're asking her out, like, you have to already have things set. Have already things like you can go to an idea at least to kind of put her mind at ease to where it's like you are thinking about taking her to something that you're interested in instead of just being like, oh, what do you like to do? Like, I mean, I'll figure something out if you want to, whatever. Like,
and then honestly, females think way more than like guys do. Sorry, but even when you have like that idea in her mind, she's like, oh dang, he's taking the time to actually plan something out. Like that means a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, it is the little things. There are still females out there that appreciate the little things.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a way that I feel like is a good way to ask people out is definitely to find out their interests as far as like what they like to eat, what they have like it plays
hobbies, what they like
huge
to do.
Part because then you can set up things. Asking someone out doesn't exactly necessarily mean that you got to put them onto a dinner date or something crazy. Like sometimes
picnic, y'all
coffee,
sip on some wine, draw, paint. That's actually pretty dope.
There are so many things. That you have interested that doesn't require you to spend so much money or so much stuff that are outside, because sometimes they're not asking for all that. So it's like, what can you deliver that's something that you're interested in and something that you can get her interested in, but it's not something that she has to be the person to decide that. You're asking her out. It's not exactly, you can't be asking her out and ask her what she wants to do. Yeah. That's not how it works. So again, takes the time, but you gotta do your research for this stuff. So it sucks that people don't really go through this.
And that just also goes to like how interested they are in as well. Like if it's just not hit it and quit it, then of course you're not gonna get. I mean, who knows? Some people might go out of their way and actually plan something just to hit it, or it really just is that.
Yeah.
It's crazy now. It's just all literally it's up and down with this whole thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And then obviously the final stage of this is after you've asked her out and then she says yes, you guys have an amazing date or two, and then you obviously get into the point where you guys can have a relationship. Or
situationship.
yes, indeed. Yes. So, regardless of whether or not labels are involved, you guys will start to spend more time with each other, and it also is something that you guys can know by then if this is something that's worth sticking around for. After the first date or the second date, you're like, all right, cool. Like, we've spent some time. Like, now I know exactly whether or not I can trust or fully commit to this person, or this is something that's not for me, or without any of that, you're like, you know what? I can chill with them. Like, I can have something that I can have with them and not have to trip on other stuff or focus on myself, whatever the case is.
Did you say the trust with the first date?
No, not with the first date. No, like after
dang,
a couple,
that's quick.
like I said, no, after a few, after like
one.
you got like after a couple or so, like you went out a few times and you've seen them how they act on certain things. I feel like one thing that you definitely need to invite your girl or your boy, if you guys now start dating, is to invite them to an event with your friends.
Oh yes.
Let the person that you are trying to bring into your life see how you are with the people that you're closest to.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
that's going to build a relationship, and she's going to also get to understand how she wants to be or where she wants to be in that spectrum. So you gotta know what you're doing. She has to know what she's planning with.
You gotta be cool with the friends too. If you fit that vibe check, you good.
Oh God, that's the code right there.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining me on this, and let's go
Always.
and finish our little shower. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Oh, that was amazing.
Woo.
But thank you so much again for joining me on this Q&A. We are the OG team, so we know we got to
having me
do this. Thank you guys for watching. By all means, check it out for the next video that we got going on. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll definitely be putting it probably in our next Q&A. And we'll be seeing you guys next time.